What's going on, my Puzzlers? Welcome back to a brand new special video. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you guys why you should never do art commissions or why you should never buy art commissions. Because as far as I know, there are a lot of people out there who probably don't want to actually do the artwork that you commission for them until like a long time after you're dead or something. And the reason why I say that is because I have been encountering multiple different situations of artists actually doing this, and even to some of my own friends, which I will actually tell you guys about in this video. Before we get into this video, I do want to say that, I'm not saying that you should never buy art commissions, and that would be really stupid because a lot of artists out there legitimately do want, some profit from, doing the commissions that you guys actually ask them to. And some people just want to learn and actually do a service to people who actually want their vision to come to life. And that's what artists are actually for. But in all honesty, I do see that we should probably be a lot more cautious about getting, commissions done by people. And again, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit more about that in the video. And actually, the footage that you're seeing right now is actually me doing a commission, actually. And this was actually a commission. This is only like the third commission I've ever done. But shout out to Spaz Cakes. We are working together on something else that is completely different from this commission. But they commissioned me this. This character is actually Violet from the game Cell Damage, which is a game I've never really heard of. But basically, if you ever heard of like Twisted Metal, then it's basically like a game like that, except it's like a cartoony, more cell shaded type of game, and it's got a lot more, a lot more personality. In all honesty, I have not really played Twisted Metal, and I've never actually played Cell Damage, obviously. But I thought this character was really cute regardless, and it was actually a really awesome time working on this commission. It actually did take a month, and that was because I was depressed and I had art block and there was a whole lot of other stuff going on. So it did take me a month to actually do this commission when it really should have not. And that's just me being transparent about this. But getting back into, also guys, I do art commissions. If you guys want to commission me, my information is right here. You guys can commission me on Blue Sky, link in the description, as well as Twitter. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just saying that in terms of like commissions, like we're going to get back into that. When it comes to people, doing commissions, yes, there are a lot of people out there who will literally just draw commissions. And yes, there are commissioners out there who do have a steeper price. But honestly, when it comes to like artwork, people put like so much time and effort into the art. I'm pretty sure this one collectively took me about like 5 hours to do. Some people are regularly doing like 10-hour, 20-hour drawings, and those can take a long time, and they definitely deserve all of the money that they actually get from those things, which is not a bad thing because honestly, making art is a very time-consuming process. I mean, even though this one took like 5 hours, I regularly take like 7-10 hours to complete a lot of my like full rendered pieces and stuff like that. So it really is a time sink. But at the end of the day, even though these actually take a long time, especially like if it's a bigger piece or a larger piece or whatever, that doesn't really like, excuse the people who take fucking an entire year. So I'm just going to get right into this because this is ridiculous. My friend Neko commissioned this person to do a commission about something that they wanted to actually draw. And they actually were waiting legitimately about a year or two just for this one commission. Now, I think they eventually did get the commission, and I'm not going to get into all the details because that's like personal business and all that stuff. The thing is that this would be crazy if this was like a one-time thing. Like, well, it wouldn't be that bad if it was like, actually, well, it still would be crazy if it was like a one-time thing, because how are you going to take 1 or 2 years to complete a commission? But this has happened to multiple people online. If you go on Twitter, Blue Sky, or whatever, people are reporting, people having their commissions not being done, or people commissioning certain people and they just never do it. First of all, I just want to say to you guys right now, if you're going to commission someone, do not give them the full amount unless like, give them half at first, right? Just for the commission, right? I would just recommend people do half at first, And then when they actually complete it, do the rest or give them the rest of the money after that. Because a lot of people do legitimately like to take your commission money and they just sit on it for no reason and they just do not work on your art. It's a different story. Like if you're, an artist who has like so many commissions and they take the money and it's like, well, they're already working on like 2 other commissions. Their schedule is actually kind of full. But if it's a person who, is just sitting on their artwork and they just don't do anything for it and they're not really working on that many commissions or working on a whole lot of other personal stuff, then I feel like, that's a disrespectment of your time. That's a disrespectment. It's not a word, but I'm just saying it's very disrespectful to have your piece or your money basically being played with. What these artists are basically saying to you is that your money and your time are not as valuable as my time, right? And that is very disrespectful. I think that's the main thing I guess I want you guys to take forth with, like in terms of advice, in terms of, that's the main thing I want you guys to take away from the situation. If an art is, or if a commissioner is not really giving you like regular updates or like actually telling you guys about their like mental health or whatever, or what's going on with their lives and why they're not actually getting their commissions done, then they are not respecting you as a person. And customer or not, our commission, I don't care. Everyone should be able to respect your time and your effort because that is your hard-earned money or someone else's money. It's money in general that you didn't have to give to them, but you felt like you wanted to give to them because you wanted to see them, bring your vision to life, which is very disrespectful if they don't. And before I keep going, yes, I have to give a lot of like leeway to a lot of these art commissioners, right? Again, just for this artwork that you're seeing right now, this took me about a month. This took me a whole freaking month to actually do. And again, it shouldn't have actually took me this long, but it did. And like I said, I had depression. There was a lot of stuff going on. I actually recently just dropped out of college and a lot of other things that were going on in my life that I just didn't have a lot of control over, or I was, and a lot of stuff was going on. So at the end of the day, you have to realize also, I'm not trying to dehumanize like artists or whatever, but I am trying to let them understand that they should take responsibility for their actions because they're human. All right. Everybody has, these tendencies. They have their stuff that's going on in their lives, but these artists need to really take into account what's going on. And I definitely will encourage anyone, if you guys are having difficulties with an artist or just try to like message them, don't really be a person that's just scared to like actually reach out and ask like what's going on, because honestly there's a lot of people out there who actually will look at an artist commission or like they'll commission an artist and they won't hear anything back, and then they really won't really message them or whatever because they don't want to really be too bold, or they don't want to be too like aggressive or whatever. It's like, hey, where's my freaking commission? I gave you money, like like all of that stuff. Like you don't want to be like that. But I encourage you, because again, like I said, it's your money, it's your time. They should be respecting that. So even if you're like actually wary about doing that, please reach out to these people and ask them what's going on. But if they're a person that is legitimately disrespecting you and is not giving you the commission, please, for the love of God, tweet about it or post about it, whatever, do whatever you want. Please tell people about the situation, because people need to understand if an artist is actually reliable and if they can be commissioned. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if someone starts making, or people like start making like things online like, oh, this like a reviewer thing. We're like, oh yeah, this person is good, this person's bad, they're not really good with commissions, they fucking sold my feet and then I couldn't get any art commission back. like I don't know, like just something like that. I just think that should be a thing, because these people are literally just doing this all the time, and I think it's very disrespectful. And to get back to my friend, this is actually not the last time that actually happened. In fact, there was another person literally just a couple of days ago that I found out about that literally was supposed to do a commission. And this time it wasn't as complicated as the first one. They actually were literally just making a design they made. They were just like, oh, I just made a design. I hope I just want you to draw it because I thought you were cool. Something back in like July of 2024. And now we're here in June 2025 and they didn't do anything. So I actually kind of stepped in for my friend. I was like, hey, my friend is actually, commissioned you this, it's very disrespectful that you're not doing this and it's taking this long. What's going on? Please message them and all that other stuff, because, I decided to like step in for my friend because that's just so wrong, And of course they apologize and all that stuff, and all that stuff will be handled with, my friend or whatever, she's got all that. But the point of the matter is that this has happened twice now, right? And these commissions can be very, very expensive because like these artists, like they charge a lot, and it does make sense why they charge. Seriously, it really does. But at the same time, do you really want to be waiting a whole entire year for no updates, for no verification, for nothing, just nothing? And then you see another thing that's really disrespectful is when you see that person still posting artwork or something similar online. That is the ultimate slap in the face. And I've seen that happen with other people. Now, me personally, I have started doing commissions, and I will say right now, I will update you, and I will be honest with you guys. I will have times where I'm not actually working on your piece. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't draw all the time. It's a big time sink. I have ADHD. I have autism. These things just kind of come in spades. There are a lot of times where I just don't draw at all. And actually, this past couple of months, I haven't really been drawing as much as I have. I just kind of started drawing again. But I have times where I don't want to actually draw, and I have a lot of things going on. But I will say that I have updated multiple different times on the commissions that people are actually, requesting me of. And that's what a person who is responsible with other people's money and time should be doing. And I don't understand why people don't do that. But this is definitely a call out to those people. And at the same time, if you're an artist, or if you're an artist who gets commissions that you don't want to do, then don't do them. All right. There's probably people out there who are like, oh man, I don't really feel like, doing this artwork or this commission or whatever. But it's like, okay, well, don't do it. Give them their money back and move on with your life. If you don't want to actually do the artwork, then just don't accept it or refund it. It's not that hard. Now, yeah, sure, you're gonna get like a slap in the face because it's like a slap in the face to your wallet or whatever. But at the same time, isn't it more respectful to do something like that instead of just having a person just wait fucking God knows how long because of how many commissions they have? Like, seriously, you're not like Leonardo da Vinci. I'm probably thinking of the wrong person, but you're not a person like Leonardo da Vinci who's like working on one piece for like one like whole bunch of years and you can't get another commission done. And he probably did have like other commissions that he did. I don't know, man. But the point of the matter is, guys, please be worried about where you spend your money is basically what I'm trying to say in this video. And I know there's probably still going to be people out there who still do these things at the same time. I'm just one guy talking on the internet. And although I come from a very special corner of my internet, or where I am, I will say that more people need to do this. So if you are a person who is experiencing a problem with people in the commission side of artists, whatever, that made sense, then please let people know about it. Please let people know, because obviously the cops and all these other people are not going to do anything about that. I mean, people are going to say like, oh, I should call the cops. Then no, they're not going to really do anything about it because, well, they're the cops. But anyway, with that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys liked this commission. It was a really nice artwork to do. Thank you for Spaz Cakes for actually requesting me of this. And I'll see you guys in another video. Thank you guys for watching. Like this video. Subscribe if you want to see more. And as always, guys, Johnny.